Greetings, bloggers, vloggers, followers, and potters. Dustin here from Dustin's Dynasty with another edition of this week's episode. It's Friday, and it's always a good day on Friday. We got through the week. That's always a blessing, and it's been a rough week. I'm coming to terms with my father's condition, what that all entails. Even though it happened 4 months ago, I'm still coming to terms with it and learning what the future will hold for me. Which it's optimistic, but there's also some challenges that come across the way. Part of that was I learned that this week. I kind of sulked into it in therapy this week, and I went into a long slump of sleeping yesterday. It was a Thursday, and so I kind of not was the right person, even though I have been taking care of myself in the normal ways that I should. Um, but needless to say, it kind of threw me in this kind of funk where it kind of was hard to get out of, and I kind of wasn't nice to a family member, and it kind of rocket spiraled. But we're here today, and I've learned from that lesson, and I know I have to be better, and that's part of what this week's vlog is this week. It's called "Do It Always, Each and Every Day." So you've been following me for the past. I've been doing 300. Little bit. Tell you a little bit about my story first. I guess would be the best way to start. So my name's Dustin. I'm autistic. I've been around. I'm almost 40 years old. I'm 39, and I've been around the autism world. I've been diagnosed at 13, but there was inklings as young as 2 and 3 years old. But I didn't get the official diagnosis till I was about 13. So I've lived the autism gamut for many years. So I'm not new to this. I've been around for some time. And I guess part of it is I've done over 300 vlogs almost every week. We started with two every week back some time ago. And occasionally I have done two once in a while, but I try to stick to one a week. And so I've been doing this vlog here in this platform, Dustin's Dynasty, for about 4 years now, a little over 4 years. And so many of you who have been following me have known the struggles that I've had. I've had some relapses within the last year, and it was still a process, and still is a process, I would say, to a good bit. And so when I get off onto a point where I'm not taking care of myself, I don't realize how hard it is to get back on track, and how much a mood change or just anything can set me in a place to where it's hard to get back on track. So, you know, if you're missing so many days of medicine through no fault of your own, for no fault that you have the medicine, you should be taking it. And I did, but just getting back on track is the hardest. And I'm starting to see that, and the importance of doing that every day, each and every day, always. Do it always, each and every day, because it's important. And even now, I mean, I've been doing good the last few weeks, but knowing that I have to do it, not just for me, but for those around me who need me to be there for them. We're talking family members, co-workers, other passengers on the bus, the driver of the bus, day services staff. We're talking the whole gamut. When we're at a good medicine point, and I have been, that shows that you know it's working. It's been proven to work, and through 6 years or so, I have been very willy-nilly at this in my head, thinking of these flawed thoughts, these thoughts, oh, the medicine's hurting me, whatever. And really it's not. I mean, weight-wise it is, and I'm working to combat that. It's not easy, but it's a battle I'm willing to try to beat. And as hard as it can be, it is something I'm trying to work on. But it doesn't, having the weight problem doesn't in any way make an excuse for the issue that I'm having why I wouldn't take the medicine, because the medicine is, as much as the weight gain, as much as I want to eat all the time, it's more helpful to take the medicine and for my mental health and work ways around it and see if there is an issue or something, or maybe a way to work around it. I always hate messing with medication. It's not something that I like to talk about a lot, but knowing that I have to take it, do it always, each and every day, is very important now. And I see why, because we don't know, I don't know specifically what cards are going to be thrown up at me at any given moment. I have a father who had a stroke 4 months ago, and is very volatile at the moment. And we have to be there for him each and every day, whether it's via the phone or however, or doing whatever that may be. There's just, I always run into somebody. It doesn't matter what or how it is, you just have to be there, and you have to do it each and every day, no matter how hard it is, no matter, how much you don't want to do things, because you want to live, I want to live the life that I've lived for the past 6 years. As much as temptatious that could be, that's just not a good thing for me. And I think sometimes you have to hit the point when you realize that of all the things going on in my life, that is the last thing I need to do for myself. And if I want to be well and do the right thing, then that's, I have to do the right thing, even though it may seem, frustrating, infuriating, um, challenging. Yesterday I slept 7 hours during the day, on top of 7 hours that I had slept overnight. I woke up at 8:45 p.m. yesterday after evening. I take my medicine to go to bed at 10 o'clock, and I had to work today. I knew I had to work today. I knew I was dependent on to go to work. So I had contemplated in my head for some time, thought I'm not taking the medicine and being just who I was. And then I thought, you know what, you're just not thinking right. You need to take the medicine anyway and just go to bed. And you'll wake up in the morning, you'll have a fresh set of eyes. You'll think about, how to start the day the right way. And, in a way, I'm glad I did. And I know that I did the right thing, because it doesn't matter. I think that's the thing about the whole grand scheme of thing. When we talk about adherence, we talk about wellness regimens, we talk about functional journaling, we talk about anything that makes us stay well. I think, doing those things that help us, whether that's the functional journaling, the wellness recovery action plan, which I've been working on with day services, been helping me immensely. The medication adherence plans and alarms and things like that. Those things are very helpful for me. And just disregarding them is not a good thing to do. I think I've lived so much in such a state of not being together and not realizing how important taking care of myself is. Not only a problem when I don't take care of myself, that it's a problem for me, but it is a problem for everybody I meet in the outside world. And nobody deserves that. No one. Same with anybody else who's fighting this battle. Nobody deserves, when you're unwell, to fight the battle and have to come across things, especially when there are ways to take care of yourself. Now, granted, there are people who don't have the right mix yet, who haven't had that cocktail. But darn it, I've had the same cocktail for over 20 years, and it has worked very well for me. And for me to get in this state of disregard and state of unwilling to understand and comprehend the dangers, I think you can only have it told to you so many times by people that you know. and then they're going to give up on you. They're going to not allow you to do things that they can only let you get away with doing things for so long before you mess up really bad. Sometimes there's no do-overs. Sometimes you do something that can't be forgiven, or it can't be repaired. Sometimes it's hard, and sometimes you have to learn those mistakes. And there are many mistakes I think about. Not that they were bad, but I think of things on the days I didn't take care of myself that I should have done better about. And I think about them a lot. I think about the way I acted. I think about the things I said. And sometimes you can't say sorry. It's too late to say sorry, or it's too late to repair the damage, or maybe you just feel bad about it every day, or you think about ways of reacting, or you want to apologize to that person for the way you reacted, and you can't because it caused reactive damage, and it turned too late. It caused too much flare up, and it caused a bad thing. Or, you could be in the justice system. And we know that's no place for an autistic person or a person with challenges. So, sometimes I think about those things. And now that I'm totally comprehending things and have a sound mind, I think, you know, I gotta be a better person. Everybody else is trying to be a better person. So why can't I? Why can't I be that person? And I know I can. If I really want to, and I see the reason to more and more every day. I see the reason, and I see the how, and I see the why. Why? What's your why? So you think about it. Why do I do it, do it always? Always do it always, each and every day. What's my why behind that? Well, I got a job. I got a day services. I have family who really needs me right now. I have so many people depending on me in the real world and online, and I need to be there through them, for them. I think sometimes when I was candid over the last relapses, with people, about my struggle, I think those who really wanted to stay through all of it were there for them. And they stayed. And, they know why I have to do certain things and take care of myself in the way that I have to take care of myself. So it's not a, it's, there's no stigma behind needing the medication. There's no stigma about going for help or needing a certain kind of help. My goodness, I'm in the mental health field. I work in the mental health field. I deliver quality assurance to the mental health field. So I have to do the right thing. Do it always, each and every day. Too long I have fought this fight. Too long I have just been in a state of a hot mess. Too long, too long. So I think, sometimes I think, I have to be the better person. It may be hard. It may not seem fair at times, but it's what I have to do to take care of myself always, because it wouldn't be nothing less. It's just a part of life, and it's the way it is. I can't control it. It's just I have to do it. Like, somebody who needed medication for a heart or a diabetes would take their medication. So why wouldn't somebody take their medication for a mental health condition? And I think the more and more I see that, the more and more I can relate to the understanding of why and how, and what's my why and what's my how behind that. I think more and more every day, it'll get better. But just realizing that I gotta do it always, each and every day. That's the important thing. That's why it matters. It could be a lot harder, but it's not like I'm giving myself a shot. It's not like I'm giving myself an injection. It's not like I have to do that. And there are there could be that alternative someday. But as long as I'm living and as long as I can care for myself, I'm hoping that I don't ever have to get to that point and I can do the right thing. Ladies and gentlemen, and everybody else, I want to thank you for listening. If you haven't already, be sure to give this video a like. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. I want you to follow me. If you haven't already, follow me on Facebook, Instagram, X, and Pinterest. That handle is Dustin's Dynasty. I'm on the web. That web address is www.dustinsdynastyusa.com. And I'm gonna have a link tree with all my links, including my podcast and all my socials. That handle is Dustin's Dynasty. Again, I want to thank you for listening. Take care of yourselves. Have a good all week. Have a good weekend, everyone, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye for now, and remember, it's okay not to be okay. Have a good week, everyone.